Hey, what's going on? Some of these videos I do, I comment back to subscribers, comments that people may have made, whether they're subscribers or not. I hope that they subscribe. But when you put a comment in, I may respond in a comment, or I do a video. I'd rather do a video because the same question you have, if I respond to it in a video, I may answer a lot of questions. So I do enjoy the comments that you make. So please continue to comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell when I put something out, because I try to put something out 3 or 4 times a week, if not every day. So the question that was asked, the comment, or the question that was asked is, well, they made a comment, so let me get it right. So the comment was, I'm looking to get into JanPro and starting a business myself. And they went on some more about that, because that's the company I'm currently with. I franchise with JanPro. And they said, well, what are the pros and the cons? So I could just give you my experience on JanPro. And I don't know how, and there are several other cleaning services franchise that you can join. So let me do the con, because if it's too good to be true, then it's too good to be true. Outside of customer service and pretty much cleaning the building the way they want you to clean it, there is no how to improve or enhance your business other than being affiliated with them and cleaning the buildings. There are other assets and skill sets that you're going to need. Hiring employees, that's going to be the biggest thing, because outside of you and your few friends and family, in order to grow the business, you're going to need more hands. Now, if you say, hey, I just want to make an additional $2,000 a month, which is relatively easy, you can do it, then you're going to that's pretty much where you're going to be at. But if you really want to take this serious and grow the business, you're going to need systems in place to hire people. Because when you get with JanPro, what I'm finding out, you're just a contract, you're an extension with them. So they want you to handle everything on your level. So if you have a customer complaint, it'll behoove you to deal with that directly versus sending anything to JanPro. JanPro is like the middleman. They're going to get you a contract that they feel that you can handle if you decide to take it, and they're going to be pretty much out of the picture. So everything that in the middle, they're just collecting their money and making sure that the customer is happy if the customer has a complaint. You're the person that's going to be in the middle. You're going to be the person that's dealing with the client, that's dealing with employees. If you have employees, training them, more marketing. Because if you're not marketing for for other contracts, you're marketing for dependable employees. So that's one of the cons. They kind of just put you out there, and then after you do 4 or 5, maybe 6 contracts, 10 contracts, you pretty much have to figure out how I'm going to get past these 10 contracts if you so desire. So I think there's a lack of training outside the initial training. If one of the cons, the lack of training outside the initial training. Number 2, the splits. That's a con. It's a give and take. You're learning the business. You may have another 9 to 5, so they may take in upwards of 30 to 40%, of the contract. So within that, if you're hiring other people, you have to figure out how much you're going to pay the other person, because they've already taken a chunk out. Now you're trying to put somebody else in that building, or try to assist you, and you got to pay them. So it has to be a numbers game. It has to balance. And I had to turn some contracts down because it just wasn't enough money in it. I know one contract's not going to make me rich, but you have to do the numbers. And now you're putting yourself in the middle, because when you go and walk these properties or these commercial buildings, you're the face that they're going to deal with, that the customer's going to deal with. And so if anything happens, you have to be the person to take the hit. You have to be the person to smooth things out. So if there's not a lot of money, not saying a lot of money, but if not enough money for you to come in and do it yourself to drive your time, then you just have to turn it down. So The splits can be looked at as a con. Advanced training can be looked at outside as a con, in my opinion. So those are the only two things that I found that was sort of a con. Now the pros, for the amount of money that you pay in, you can make your money back relatively quick. Your return on your initial investment, you can make the money back pretty quick. You don't have to recreate the wheel. They've already have the reputation. They already have the time that put in. So you can come in looking brand new, but any franchise, any franchise, but since I'm dealing with JanPro, they may have 10 plus years in the cleaning industry. So you get to leverage yourself off of that. The marketing that they do, going out, knocking on the doors that they do, so that's a huge pro, and you get your money back. Now, for somebody who's just starting out, like when I started my cleaning service in June and July, just say July. Starting in July, I didn't get paid for that. July, August, almost June, July, August, September. So when you start in cleaning and you started hiring people, that first month you start in July, they're not going to pay you to the end of the month as far as the customer, because you have to do the work first, and it's on a monthly increment. So you start in July, you submit your invoice at the end of July, beginning of August, and then they have to take the invoice and then pay you. And that may not come into September. So you almost worked, if you're hiring people, you've almost worked for 2 months, paying for supplies, paying your crew, gas on your vehicle, and you're not gonna get that money back until almost 2 months later, because they pay you in a month in arrears. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Now, if you cut JanPro out or any franchise out, when you finish cleaning at the end of the month, you get paid directly. But because you have to submit an invoice, and then they take almost, another 3 weeks to pay you. But once the money starts, you're good. So that's kind of something to kind of put in the back of your head as well. But the pros is, they feed you. They keep giving you business. I had to turn down so much because now I'm in the hiring phase. I need more people. I need more employees. And then you're going to have, if you have, what I'm finding out, if you have like 1 or 2 guys that's working and you're growing, you're going to burn them out really quick, especially if they got family, they have another job, because when you first start out and you can get one of those huge contracts, but on the side of caution, you may get these little contracts, $300 here, $500 here, $600 here, $800 there to clean a building. And it may take 3 days a week, may take 2 days a week. And you having people that you're pulling on, they may last a month or two and the money may be good, but you may be burning them out. So stay ahead of the game. Don't wait till somebody's going, like me. One of my most dependable people is saying, hey man, I'm getting burnt out, so now I have to replace this person. So those are the pros and cons. I didn't mean to take so long, but I just wanted to thoroughly explain what I've been going through. And I've been doing this since July, and it's pretty good. I'm learning how to multitask and manage outside of my comfort zone. I was I am into real estate, and what I more or less do, I have property managers, and I get checks in the mail. I get that mailbox money. So now I'm in here getting it in, building this business, because any business that you take, it's going to take your initial efforts. I don't want to say blood, sweat, and tears, but it's going to take you to really grind and to get it started. Then once it's started and people look how beautiful it is, then you can start adding people on. So I used to sit behind a computer, lay down in bed all day. So now I'm out here cleaning buildings and toilets. I'm not above that. It's what it takes to get the business started. So I just want to answer that question. I hope this helped you out. I hope it helped anybody else out. Put your comments in. And I just had to give you my experience from JanPro. Oh, another pro that I like about JanPro is they don't have a complete non-compete clause. Like some janitorial services, you cannot compete with them. JanPro, they want you to go out and join other franchise if you so desire, or if you want to go do your own thing. You just can't directly compete with them. So I'm cleaning the building now. I can't go in and say, hey, I can clean your building for much cheaper, you know. But what I can do is ask the same owner, do you have other buildings that you're not under current contract with Jan Pro, or do you know anybody else? I can do that. Now, that's what I like about that. They don't have a compete clause. You can go out and get as much business with them or without them. They're as your sole desire. So that's it. I hope this helped out. I hate to be so long-winded, but I wanted to thoroughly explain myself. Again, thank you for your comments. I like to answer the comments like this versus, you know, trying to type it in. But please like, I don't really do this all the time. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe.